Hey folks, as you can see my face has changed a little bit. I finally got some energy. I've actually been making some pretty good progress. I got all the previous snow outside here cleaned out. Took me 4 days, but I got that done. And I got this stuff off my face. I haven't taken it all off because it's still, this time of year we can still get some pretty nasty temperatures. And 14-day forecast doesn't actually, suggest that, but it can happen. And just in case, I'll keep some of it. So I didn't bother with my hair yet, hair on top of my head. I'll worry about that another time. But I didn't want to take it all off. I just wanted to get rid of the bulkiness of it. It was really getting annoying. Very annoying. And I was getting tired of eating it because it was so long. It was getting in my mouth. It was horrible. So feels a lot better, but now I'm all itchy. The cat always looks at me funny when I do that too. So I got my Pure Later package finally. After the second day of not being delivered, they called me and they said the driver's unable to deliver because the front step, or however she put it, hasn't been cleared off. And so when I told her, I says, we don't use the front door in the winter time, it's got to go to the back door. So they got instructions on how to get to the back door. And I told her, I says, I would normally do that. I would say, when I order, leave instructions, because there's an area to leave delivery instructions. The problem is, Amazon always sends this by Canada Post. I had no idea it was done by Pure Later, so I didn't even get a chance. She just kind of laughed. So yesterday I finally finished what I was doing out here. I got the little mountain in front of the garage gone now. That was the last of it. I kind of thought about scraping the snow off the sidewalk, but I can only do some of that once, because the way it is right now with having the second parking spot out here, the pathway kind of goes off over the grass. If I was to clean that off, we'd have a muddy mess, so I just kind of left that. But I got a notice that my package was delivered. I looked out front and there's footsteps through the snow out front. I'm thinking, okay, they wouldn't deliver it. I tell them to take it to the back door and they brought it to the front door. So I asked Ken, well, actually I saw that when I came in. I asked Ken, I said, did I get my package today? He just kind of looked at me weird. I said, there's footprints out front. He said, oh, someone come up and pet the dog. So, okay, it wasn't Pure Later. But then when I got the notice, I looked and it was out back, at the back door, so got it. Just send it Canada Post, for Pete's sake. It's so much easier. I know when it's here, I'll go get it. So, I got my database all caught up now, finally. I got tired of doing it manually, so I created another area where I just basically 1 month at a time put it in this folder, and then it will load in one file at a time, go through the system. Any duplicates were automatically processed as regular. I use the same page as I did before. I just added an automatic feature to it, so because I can't just load everything onto my C drive and then deal with them from there like I have been doing, because there's limited space. So I just did one file at a time. And once that month is finished, I add another month to that specific folder, because like I said before, I don't have enough room on all my hard drives to hold everything I need, so they tend to get split. So if I do one month at a time, put it in that folder, then I do that same month off another hard drive, wherever it may be. Any duplicates are automatically taken care of at that point. So that's finished. I'm not complete. I just caught up to where I left off, where I was before I messed everything up. I still have a lot of work to do, but at least that part's done. I figured it would take me a few months, so it would take me a lot longer if I continued doing it manually. Because at that time, I had maybe 40, 50 gigabytes of, or no, actually it was 30, I think it was 30 30 gigabytes of space. I could only move 30 gigabytes onto the hard drive, process it, and then load another 30. It was pretty annoying. That's why I decided to do it automatically. It just kind of did it on its own while I was asleep. So, worked out well that way. So, I realized that my hard disk space is gradually diminishing. It's getting smaller and smaller. I should have over 100 gigabytes of space, and I used to. I haven't really added much of anything, so I decided to run my registry, or I call it a registry cleaner. It's a system care program, and I deleted all my cookies and my thumbnail databases. Because if you have hidden file exposed, you'll see thumbs.db. That stores your thumbnails, so if you have a folder full of pictures, and the thumbnails, they'll show up one at a time as they process. Well, they're stored in this database file, so next time you open that folder, it doesn't have to look through each individual file to show the thumbnail for it, because the thumbnail's already there. It comes up a lot quicker. That's the purpose of it. But it stores them, and they never go away. So I ran this program. I got rid of all my thumbnail databases and cookies. I gained over 100 gigabytes of space just getting rid of those. That's insane. So that made a big difference. I don't run that program often because it does on occasion cause an issue for me. It kind of messes things up that I can't fix. So I just use it when I absolutely need to. It does a great job. It's just I just don't trust it. So making a lot of progress. I'm getting a lot of things done now. Finally. So I think I'm starting to feel better. Getting my energy back. So I gotta go out today. I have other package at the post office. I was at the post office yesterday. There was nothing there. After I got home, I got noticed that it was there. So that's the other problem with going out in the morning. I get to the post office too soon. So I gotta go there today. That's my new memory card. And I'm not sure what they're called. On the Dremel, you get this little thing that holds the bit. It's got slots in it. You put the bit in, and then when you tighten it down, it squishes those slots together and holds the bit tight. Mine's worn out. So I can't find them here. So I looked at them on Amazon. Brass inserts, I think they're called. And I think it's a 10-pack, different sizes and that. Because I didn't get any extra sizes with it. It's not an actual Dremel. It's a Dremel type tool. It's a rotary tool. Michelle bought it for me for Christmas. And it only came with one. So all the other accessories I bought for it, some of them don't fit because they're too small. And no matter how tight I make it, I can't get it to grip. So I've been wanting them anyways. I just never really gotten around to getting any. So looked on Amazon. I found some. I can't remember how much they were. They weren't really all that cheap. It surprised me, but so those two things are waiting. I can't see them being that big. I figured they'd fit in the box, but apparently not. It says attempted delivery, which means it was carded. So I got picked them up today. And I really didn't want to go out today because it's crazy. Weather Network said that we're expecting a month's worth of rain today. But a special weather statement says, is it 20 to 30 millimeters or something like that? 30 millimeters is a month of rain. That's one storm. I don't know what the heck they're talking about. Unless, February we don't get a lot of precipitation. That's what they're referring to. I don't know. Only February. But, like I say, 30 millimeters of rain is not a lot. It's a lot right now. It's going to bring the rivers up because the ground's frozen. We got all the snow that's going to melt really quick because it's also supposed to be 10 degrees today. So I might actually go out twice. I might go out later this afternoon when it's actually that warm. Because right now I think it's only one. I think that's what it was when I looked out. It's 1 lonely degree above freezing. So that'll be 33, 34 Fahrenheit. So I'm gonna get wet anyway, so I gotta stop at the bank too if I can. I gotta go grab my coffee. Go that way first and then come back and do this. Decide what I'm gonna do from there. So obviously I'm only gonna be using one camera today. So that's the waterproof case, that's it. It's just raining pretty good. But all the precipitation is coming towards us. It's pretty colorful. I was looking at it last night when it was coming, it was all rain, and I looked at it today. And there's a lot of different colors in there, so. And it looks like mostly rain for us right now, but when I looked at it earlier, it was just, there's freezing rain in there, there's ice pellets, snow, a little bit of everything. Hey, quite a colorful map. Right. And I looked at it just before I come out. It's all rain, it's all green, yellow, and orange around us right now. And there's a little bit of snow just to the north of us, but temperature's warming up, so this could be straight rain now. So I don't think I had anything else to talk about. I guess that's it. So I'll get to go out and get wet now. There's a couple things I forgot to talk about. Number one, cord's caught on my hand here. No more Christmas. Monster's Christmas decorations are no more. Not quite March yet. Like I say, I like to take them off before the end of January, but sometimes I don't get to it, and they tend to stay there till March. So, February 9th today, so that's not too bad. The other thing I forgot to talk about is when I was cleaning up the mountain here. Hold on. While I was doing that, I heard a flicker. A flicker is a summer bird, not a spring bird. Robins, blackbirds, like red-winged blackbirds. Robins and red-winged blackbirds are usually the first two birds to show up in the springtime or late winter. So, a flicker has a very distinct call. So I know what it is. They don't sound like anything else, any other bird that we have. So I know it was a flicker. Flickers eat insects. So, they're not going to have any food. I heard it in the trees across the road there, down towards the river. So it's kind of interesting hearing that. I stopped for a second and said, "What?" It was clear. It was pretty plain. It wasn't like I was, mistaking it for something else. It was pretty clear. It was definitely a flicker. Well, that's kind of strange. Because it's not like we've been having mild weather or anything. It's been below freezing. Or really close to the freezing mark anyways. So, it's not like we had a spell of warm weather that drew it up here. But it's here. Today it'll be nice because if it actually reaches the 10 degrees that it's supposed to. You remember sometime this winter, I don't remember exactly when it was. I think it was before our December blizzard. No, I was standing down at the river and I said there's actually bugs flying around. The temperature was really nice. So it's possible there'll be bugs out today. I don't think they'll stick around long though, because there are a few nice days, but it gets pretty cold at night, and there are some really, really close to freezing temperatures in this 2-week forecast, and I think there was a couple negatives, daytime high negatives, so it's not going to be crazy warm or anything, but I just thought it was kind of strange. I'd heard it. Pretty cool, but strange. I haven't seen any robins yet, haven't heard any robins. I usually hear them before I see them, but I haven't seen any, haven't heard any. Anyway, that's all I got. I don't want this video to get too long. Just wanted to point out what I forgot to talk about. No more Christmas on the monster. It's all gone.